For me, I believe that there should be an election because that is the only opportunity that we have as a country to correct our mistakes. Nigeria is going through a lot of turbulence, and 2023 marks a time that the country transits. So, and I believe that this is the time that as citizens we must be given an opportunity to identify the leaders that we want. And as citizens, majorly the youth, because we have more young people in the world today, young people should be given an opportunity to identify their leaders. Young people must be given the opportunity to take the responsibility of rebuilding this country, and it can only happen during elections. So there should be elections. I support that there should be elections, most importantly because of even the provisions of the new Electoral Act that has now given opportunity to correct most of the mistakes and lacunas that we have in our electoral processes. So 2023, as a person, I believe is the time that Nigeria will get it right. I believe 2023 is the time that this country will transit into the right trajectory. And if there is no election, then it becomes a big problem. For example, what is happening in the Southeast? The Southeast people today are pained about the present situation of the country. How do you correct that without electing good leaders that you want into offices? But if you say that there's not going to be elections, then it means that you want to cut the head off to solve the problem of headache. The problem is there already. And democracy today that we practice is government of the people, made by the people and for the people. So it's the people's government. And democracy supports a time where citizens should be given an opportunity to take part in electoral processes so that they can correct their mistakes and elect leaders that can take the country to where the country should be. And this can only happen during the election period. Yeah, as a House of Rep member today, the record is there for you to find out. You know, I've done so well for my people, and I can tell you today that my people really want me to run for a seat at the Senate. I represent 4 local governments now as a House of Rep member. Ìsẹ́yìn, Tẹ̀síwájú, Kájọlá, Ìwájọwà. And in the history of politics in my area, they have not seen any House of Rep member that has done what I have done. There are 3 important key factors of a House of Rep member, which one is to make laws and to move motions. I have done that, moved notable motions. The motion that prompted the federal government to issue sexual offenders register today was moved by my humble self. I have sponsored a bill to invigorate the National Orientation Agency, which is one of the agencies that can correct Nigeria by orientating and sensitizing people on what is required of them to do. I have done a lot of empowerment projects. Immediately after the COVID-19 pandemic, I gave over 1,500 farmers mechanized farming equipment so that the time that they spend on the farm will be minimal with more efficiency. After that, I have given ambulances and a lot of health facilities, to the people of my constituents. But as the senatorial district today, my senatorial district is divided into 3 parts. Okeogun 1, where I represent now, and the people want me. Okeogun 2, that is where my mother is from, as the daughter of the former chief imam from Kishi in the Irepo local government. And Ogbomosho, that is where I schooled. I have my first degree and my second degree at Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. So even for the party to win an election, I do not believe that there is any other politician in Oyo State today that can win election for my party other than my humble self for Oyo State Senatorial District. It is unfortunate that is where we found ourselves at this time. But when we say people should get involved in politics, it does not mean that everybody should run for an office. At this time, what we need to do is for us to identify people that have the capacity and rally around them. The rest of us that will not have the capacity to have such money for that forms, we should form groups as we have done here. Have coalition of youth coming together and under one good leadership. I have decided to run for